Welcome. It's your girl V from Drinking Tea with V, and you are here at the best place to be. Hey, on a Sunday, on a fun day, any day, have it your way, honey. Alright, so it is that time of the week. It is Sunday. You get a new episode from your girl. Welcome. Get yourself ready. Get yourself posted up in a comfy. I got my blanket right here. I'm telling you, I am prepared. We're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what flavor is in my cup. Then first we fix the hair, of course. We're good today. We're not doing too bad today. But first I'm going to tell you what's in my cup, and then I am going to tell you what my gratitude moment is for the week. I would love it if you would share your gratitude moment for the week, because this is like a whole community thing. I don't only want to know the things that I am grateful for, but curious to know what you are grateful for as well, just to give them positive vibes. Okay, and then we're gonna get into today's topic, which is 10 tips for surviving the winter, because darling, winter is coming. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. Winter is coming. So yeah, first we're going to start off with what is in my cup. Boo. You know, I roll with the seasons. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm a rebel with a cause or without a cause. But my cause is always the cause. So that's okay. But I love going seasonal, so that is why this wonderfulness, I had a chai last week, but today I felt like now is the time to bring this out, okay? Now is the time to bring this out. And what is in my cup for today is rooibos infused with this. Rooibos infused with vanilla. So yeah, I love me a good rooibos. I know some people it's either like a love-hate relationship with rooibos, but I love me a good rooibos, and so yeah, I'm having rooibos with vanilla infused. That is just yes, give it to me, baby, give it to me. So yeah, but it is piping hot. I don't know if you can see the steam. Can you see the steam? No, I don't know if you can see the steam. But before I burn my tongue, I'm gonna let this cool off a bit though, because this come like fresh, just out of the hot water cooker, like just made it. So yeah, I don't want to burn my tongue. Just that steam alone got me like, wait, what? In here now? Too hot? It's too hot in here. But anyways, I am going to go over to my moment of gratitude for the week, y'all. Listen, you always, at least I feel like it's a human trait. We tend to always become a lot more cognizant of our blessings when we miss them for a little bit. So sometimes we need to go through that little struggle for a little bit to really be like, child, I remember that I am grateful for this. Just like in the summer, I usually go through like, oh yes, breathing. That is very handy. If you suffer from allergies, you know what that is. So yeah. But my current thing that I'm super grateful for is having a working toilet. And to be honest, the reason why I'm like, oh yes, toilet, is because if you're listening to the audio, I did a whole smiley face thing with my thumbs up. And the reason is because currently our toilet is being renovated. So yeah. Interesting times. I feel like I went camping without actually being camping. So one more day, and then the whole thing is gonna be finished. But yes, that is what I am super grateful for. It's the little big things in life. Sometimes we become so accustomed to our luxuries, that sometimes we take things for granted, and that should not be the case. So yes, a working toilet is always handy. Like, child. Anyways, so yeah, what is your moment of gratitude? Make sure you leave it down below. I would love to know. And share in your joy too. Listen, tomorrow hit me up and be like, girl, you got your toilet back. You okay? You okay? You alright? But yeah. So I cannot wait to have that back in my life. So to be able to hit me up, you can always hit me up here on YouTube, or you can follow me on all the socials. Make sure that you follow me on Facebook, on Instagram. You'll find me there. Make sure you stay up to date with the stories, because that's where it goes down, baby. I don't post everything. I don't post everything on my wall, on my feed. So make sure you follow the stories to get the daily tidbits, because yeah, they'd be fun. They'd be fun if I say so myself. And of course, you're gonna get your morning inspiration for the day to get you like pumped and ready to go. But yes, so 10 things to get us through this winter, because my lord, ooh child. And if you see, yes, my fingernail broke. This one. No, I'm not sticking up my finger at you, but this one broke. So yeah, the struggle is real. Anyways, side note. Coming back to the point. Stock up on yummy teas. That was number 1. Of course, this is drinking tea with V, so you must stock up with your yummy teas. Like all of these, like infused, the rich ones, the chais, the Just a little sip, because that's still too hot. But make sure that you stock up on your yummy teas, because it is life. Around this time, you make sure you want to warm up your chest. Warm up your chest good. And number 2, we're going straight on into number 2. I want to keep this episode short and sweet, but really valuable to you. Number 2 is, do not forget to get your vitamin D. And I know some of y'all gonna laugh at me right now. Some of y'all. I posted, I think yesterday or day before, I was like, listen, I am so craving vitamin C, as in SEA, like the beach. I was having a moment. I was like, I definitely need some C right now. Warm weather, sun, everything. And then, you know, I set myself up for that major fail. I set myself up for it, because why? Because you'd be like, oh yes, oh you need vitamin C, baby, I got some vitamin D for you too with it. You can't have vitamin C without vitamin D, right? So I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. So yes, make sure, especially in these times, because we are mostly inside, there's not that much sun anymore. Make sure that you get your vitamin D. And yes, make sure that you get a higher doses. If you're nice and melanated like your girl over here, make sure you get a higher doses. I think I have I think mine is 75 micrograms I'm doing right now. Yeah, I think it's 75. But yes, usually in the multivitamins, and so you have vitamin D in that as well, or sometimes they sell the vitamin D, but the dosages that they have on the package itself usually is for our Euro counterparts or Caucasian counterparts. That is not enough if you have melanated skin, okay? So if you have that nice caramel chocolate goodness, make sure you get yourself some extra vitamin D. It's going to help you with your immune system, and it's going to keep your energy up in these times. So don't forget it. And of course, strengthen your bones and so forth. Oh, you want to take it together with calcium too. That's the best combination. So you can do your multivitamins, and you can add that extra on top. So yeah, do that. Or just let's do this number 2 as vitamins, because you need vitamin C and all that good stuff too. All the vitamins, but don't forget, especially vitamin D. Number 3, get yourself an electric blanket. Child, you girl be struggling. Get yourself an electric blanket. I don't have one yet. I am looking forward to get one. I think I'm gonna tough it out a little bit longer just to see, because I want to push my body. But as you can tell, working on them. They getting better. Not as flimsy anymore. But yeah, that is definitely one of those nice luxuries to have around this time where it's so blinking cold. Hello. I think I'm planning to invest in one. I'm still pushing my body to like make sure that my internal heating starts to kick in a little bit more. I must say with exercising that has helped, but it's just the composition of the struggle is still real. And yes, I do have fleece, and yes, I do have all that good stuff, but yeah. And if you are like me, honey, if you are like me, I am light sensitive. Get yourself, this is number 4. Get yourself a wake up light. I am super light sensitive, and around these times it's even harder for me to get up in the morning. That is not my best feat. I am really a night bat, but I could do early mornings if I really push myself. But around this time, it is treacherous. I have a really hard time waking up. Yeah, so a wake up light. I really need to go and dig for mine again. I have mine stored, but yeah, get yourself a wake up light. When I use it, I tend to wake up so much more refreshed. It's mind blowing. First, I used to think like, oh yeah, whatever, that's one of those extra things. You don't need it, but I got it as a gift a while back, and trust me, every time I use it, I definitely feel the difference, like huge. Okay, so if you are light sensitive like I am, and you have difficulty waking up in the morning, especially it's so cold, it's so dreary, it's a blah 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 blah, try a wake up light. Number 5, talking about lights again, get yourself some cozy lighting. And I'm telling you, listen, work with me here. Okay, so is it important? I feel like it's important. It's just that extra layer of self-care. I feel like get yourself layered lighting, so you don't only have to have overhead lighting, but also like little lamps and stuff like that. Get yourself some candles, some scented candles too. Ooh, chill. Make it so that when you are in your relaxed mode, it's like yes. So yes, get yourself nice cozy lighting, and besides your overhead lighting, I think it's an aspect of self-care that you should definitely invest in around this, especially around this time. If you want to have besides the lamps and so forth, if you want to have like string lights, make it start to feel extra festive already, go on and do it. All right, so that was number 5, cozy lighting. Number 6, child, you want to get yourself some good thermal wear. Look, my mind, I had it with socks, right? But I used to get ski socks, not knowing like the extra thermal blah 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 kind of, not blah blah blah, thermal materials that really keep in your heat and is still breathable and so forth. Well, my mind was blown a couple of years ago when I started investing into like leggings and extra thermal socks and all that kind of stuff, and they have like the thermal undergarments for guys. They also have the long johns. Listen, Get you some good thermal wear. It's not bulky or anything, but you stay nice, warm, and toasty. So some of y'all be looking at me in the winter and be like, V, you still rocking leggings? Yes, yes, I still rock leggings in the winter because I am nice and toasty, boo. I don't have to be bulky and all like looking like a Michelin Michelin man, you know, with the tires. So yeah, invest into thermal wear. It's gonna save your life for the winter. Thank me later. Okay? That was number 6. Number 7. Winter is coming and so is Christmas. Every time, every year. So make sure that you already start to budget for it. Because, boo boo, you don't have to go broke. You do not have to go broke. Nah, boo. You know it coming every year is the same thing. And then I hear people talking about in January, it's like, I got no more money, I don't know about you and starving and this. I'm like, do we have to do this every single year? Every single year, you know it's coming. I mean, this should have been a thing like the whole year. You put aside a little extra, you know, even if you don't do that the whole year, from the time July rolls around, you're like, yes, end of the year in sight, Christmas coming. If I want to splurge, if I want to do this, if I want to do that, then you put a little some a little aside, and then so it doesn't be that extra stress, and then January doesn't have to be this vast brokenness month. Okay, so yes, budget, you know Christmas coming, so make sure you can handle it. Make sure you're good, even if you're starting this month. Okay, even if you're starting this month, still go about and, you know, just put a little extra aside just to splurge if you want to do that. If you don't but that's just a tip from me to you. Number eight. Buy seasonal products. Yes, this is so underrated. I feel like, because people tend to just like, oh yes, I just want this and that. Of course, you could just want certain things, but now is not the time for like strawberries and blueberries. You could still buy them. You still can. But make sure you take advantage of like the seasonal stuff. It usually tastes so much better when things are in season. Of course, you want those extra things. Sometimes I want fresh blueberries and we're in the middle of winter. I'ma still buy blueberries. Okay? I'm do it all the time because that's crazy. I probably have some freeze in the freezer from summer. But yeah, buy seasonal products. Number 1, your pocket is gonna love you. Number 2, your taste buds are gonna love you too. So seasonal is the way to go. I feel like that's the thing. You know, we have our seasonal tea. So have your seasonal fruits and veg and food and all that good stuff too. It's definitely worth it. All right. Number 9. I think I am preaching to the choir where this is concerned. Avoid hibernation. Plan fun stuff ahead. Usually around this time is when I take my time to plan out my vacations for next year. But in this case, the world is slightly different. But I think it's still so much fun to plan ahead, in the sense of like, yes, especially like December is coming up and it's a busy month. You definitely want to see people who mean a lot to you. So start from now, you know, shooting those texts and be like, hey, you know, I really want to catch up with you. I don't want to wait until it's Christmas or whatever when you're really busy with your family, blah, 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 blah. But let's catch up before the year is out and let's plan when. And then you start scheduling your visits. So it kind of gets you out of your zone, out of your little thing. And even if you do it online, who cares? People are having Zoom parties and all those kind of things. So even if you just catch up online, that is fine too. But just plan ahead to give yourself something to look forward to, and so that you don't go into hibernation mode. Because honestly speaking, around this time, I tend to want to do exactly that. It is super cold outside, and I'm like, oh. And so I just want to curl up with a blanket. I want to go outside. I don't have to leave the house if I don't have to. Buy stuff, buy groceries, make sure I'm set, and then I'm good. Like, I'm gonna see y'all next year. But I try not to do that. So make sure you set up really cool meetings and meetups and so forth with people. Just plan fun stuff to get you out of your little potential slum that you can end up in, with the whole winter depression that people suffer a lot from too. So yeah, so that's why, child, that vitamin D and the plans and the end, child, this is it. So yes, last but not least, trust me, this one is a good one. You are going to thank me later as well for this. Yo, spitting the things. Number 10. Work on your summer body now. I was super fanatic. I'm like, okay, start off the year, I'm gonna do this, da 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 da. I kind of, slouched off a little bit on that. Then I picked it back up again. And then for the summer, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go for it. And I almost wanted to pass out during summer when it was so blinking hot. So if you also are like, oh my goodness, I feel cold, I just want to wrap myself up in a blanket and just sit there and just, mellow away. Work out now. You're gonna thank yourself later. But besides that, now you're also gonna get, the blood flowing. Make sure you get all the toxins out of your body. But then also, hey, if you want to feel warm, if you're always cold just like me, maybe not all of y'all are, but listen, that's a good way to get warm. I ain't gonna lie you, this is the best time, because I'm not saving those strenuous workouts. For the summertime, I am just going to relax, okay? Not relax and do nothing, but I am going to do lighter exercises then, because killing myself and stuff like that for the summer with that heat and then the exercise, no boo. Trust me, you want to do this whole heavy working out now that it is cold, and it's gonna feel a lot better. Oh my goodness, that was so good. That rooibos with vanilla. I can't wait to have the rest of it. Anyways, those were my tips. That was the last one, number 10. Work on your summer body in the winter. Work on your summer body in the winter, yeah. But definitely, if you have any other tips, make sure that you share them in the comments below, because I would definitely love to get any extra tips for us to survive this winter. Y'all know I'm a Caribbean woman, so my best season is summer. That is when I flourish the most. That is when my body is just at ease to be like, not all of these clothes, all of these layers, all of this. Oh my goodness. I'm like, look, wardrobe malfunction. But I'm like, all of these layers and layers and layers and layers. And that's why the thermal clothing, trust me, you're gonna have like 10 layers of clothing just trying to stay warm. You just gonna have like 2 or 3, maybe even 2, maybe even 1, depending on what your setup is. You always have to have these layers of clothing on, because you're gonna have quality instead of quantity. Feeling myself. I love these tips. If you have any, make sure that you share them. I am so looking forward to them. Be fabulous, stay fit, and have a fantabulous week. Alright? Deuces. Mwah. Bye.